Sean sat in his car. The AC was humming, coffee was in his hand, and he was just staring at the front doors of the dealership. You see, he wasn't late and he wasn't lazy. He was just worn down, tired of being the one that held it all together, tired of carrying the energy for the team, and tired of leading a team that coasted while he burned. And somewhere behind the fog in the back of his mind, this thought formed, and it hit him like a gut punch. Is it me? Or is this just what leadership feels like now? If you've ever wondered that, if you've ever felt like you're the only one carrying the standard, you're not alone and you're not crazy. You're just fighting the whole battlefield. I'm Chris Hunsicker, and this is the Dealership War Room. Leadership fire, 7 minutes, built daily, fueled intentionally, and delivered relentlessly. And today, I'm recording this in the conference room at Jim Burke Ford Lincoln. I've spent all week here with their team diving in to the velocity framework and how to become elite operators. And a special shout out and thank you to the entire Jim Burke team for an amazing week and the chance to use your conference room over the weekend to record these videos. With that, let's dive in to the 3 wars that you have got to win if you're going to master the art of execution. You don't have a training problem and you don't have a team problem. What you have is a framework gap. And the velocity framework, what I call the elite operator's edge, it closes that gap. This war is won by those who execute, not once, but daily. That's what this edge is all about, because this is your battlefield. And there are 3 wars, and each one attacks a different element of your leadership identity. Each one must be won if you want to scale your impact without losing yourself in the process. Number 1, the inner war. This is where you learn to lead yourself first. It has 3 building blocks, 3 foundational stones. Number 1 is vision and discipline. You win the morning, you win the day. Number 2 is energy and recovery. This is where you refuel, recharge, and develop the ability to bounce back quickly and hard. And then the 3rd is love and leadership. Strong spine, soft heart. Lose the inner war, and you don't lead with clarity. You lead from exhaustion. When you lead from exhaustion, your team will follow suit and follow your example. It's like what the great Vince Lombardi said, fatigue makes cowards of us all. This war, the inner war, this isn't about motivation. This is about mental posture, emotional recovery, and spiritual focus. Because if you're losing the inner war, everything else starts to slip. That's why it's a foundation of execution. The second war is the team war. This is where culture gets built or gets broken. And again, there's 3 foundational stones to this war. Let's look at the 3 fronts that you have got to win if you're going to get this war. Number 1 is ownership and operations. This is about no drama and the clarity that comes after conflict. In other words, all clarity comes after conflict, and you have to go through the conflict to get to clarity. And this is just a great mental note to make, that all clarity lies on the other side of conflict. Without conflict, there's no clarity. The second stone is consistency and courage. And this is really the ability to execute at all times and under all circumstances. Executing in all conditions is the foundation of consistency and courage. And the 3rd element, the 3rd front where we have to win this war, is impact and intentionality, because connection, deep connection, multiplies resilience. This is the war that most leaders skip, and it costs them, because your culture is not revealed in your mission statement. It's exposed when you turn up the heat. Think about a technician that misses a torquing once. Training, it's a problem, you can fix it. 3 times, that's culture. That's framework, or lack of it, that's costing you in metal and money. Because simply put, if you don't define your standard, your team will define it for you. The 3rd is the execution war, and this is where strategy collides with reality. So let's look at the 3 fronts we need to fight on this war. Number 1 is friction and follow through. The plan doesn't care how you feel, you just got to do it anyway. The 2nd is feedback and fortitude. Can you take a hit, adjust, and keep going? And 3rd, systems and stamina. Professionals don't rely on hype. They rely on rhythm, training, stamina, and execution. This is the grind. This is the reps. It isn't about one big win. It's about building a system that executes under pressure every time. Execution isn't what you do. It's who you are under pressure. So time for our execution bridge. Let's make this real. Grab a pen, take a look at the velocity framework, and then circle the tile that you know, the one that hits you in the chest, the one that you avoid, the one that you know is costing you. And then underneath it, write, this is my battlefield. This is the first front where you're going to start winning the war. Now, post it where you'll see it every morning, in your planner, on your mirror, on your service desk. Because war room leaders don't drift. They declare war, they train for the win, and they run to the fire. You got the map. Now own the mission. Because the war isn't out there, it's in here. And you now have the ability to win that war. You are not the same leader this week that you were last week. And so I want you to kind of dial in and start looking at, how do I win these 3 wars? What are the 3 fronts in each of those wars I need to look at? And we're going to spend all week diving into skills, tools, and frameworks to help you win the front, win the war, and ultimately become an absolute elite operator execution. That is the velocity framework, and I cannot wait to share it with you. So I will see you in the war room tomorrow.